Hello, Digit fam. Sam Moore here. Adam's currently curled up in a little plague ball for the next couple days, so I've got the early shift. It's a few hours earlier than I've gotten up in a number of months, so let's jump in. It's November 20th, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily Podcast. Ever wondered what kind of technology will be the next to radically alter how we live? Scientific American does. The publication just released its list of emerging technologies with the potential to change our way of life, working with the World Economic Forum and pulling from every corner of the tech sector to assemble a list of 10 remarkable advancements. So what made the list? Flying cars? Meals in pill form? A ship to drop a giant ice cube at the North Pole to solve global warming? A sassy robot maid? Not quite. The list wasn't quite so flashy, taking aim primarily at health and environmental advancements. Let's run down a few of them. We have a plastics problem. Every year, humanity produces hundreds of millions of tons of plastic and recycles less than 15% of it. Bioplastics, which topped the list, is a new approach to satiating our needs without relying on petroleum products that break down and kill wildlife. Made from materials like cellulose and lignin, two naturally occurring polymers in plant cells, bioplastics are meant to create products that eventually break down into non-harmful matter, creating what the article calls a circular plastic economy. Moving on. They may not be sassy, but social robots are coming. These robots use artificial intelligence to complete more complex tasks and interact with people in more natural ways. Apparently, the industry is on the cusp of mainstream adoption, too. The article mentions a number of examples, like a robot called Pepper, a 47-inch humanoid that, quote, recognizes faces and basic human emotions and engages in conversations via a touchscreen in its chest. Turns out, pairing AI and robots is a great idea, and no one can possibly see where it'll go wrong. The last one we're going to mention here comes in at number 8. Companies in the business of nuclear power are working on fuels that won't cause catastrophe in the event of an accident. Call me crazy, but that seems like the kind of thing they should have had for, decades. According to the fine folks over at Westinghouse, new configurations, such as coated zirconium-clad uranium pellets, could be phased into widespread use over the next decade. Current fuels have the potential to release hydrogen when they overheat, which can interact with the water surrounding it and, explode. These new fuels won't explode, even when overheating. And new reactor designs using molten salt instead of water are removing that potential for explosion altogether. There's still no great way to dispose of nuclear waste, but at least the future of nuclear power will include a lower risk of Fukushima or 3 Mile Island-like events. There are quite a few more entries on this list, but you'll have to check out the article to read them. Head on over to the newsletter for the link. Now then, why don't we move on and get into the Roundup? Google and Samsung have released a patch to their phones fixing a security flaw that allowed third-party apps to spy on people. According to the firm Checkmarks, apps could record videos, take pictures, record audio, and log GPS locations. There's not much else to this story, just everyone update your apps. Disney Plus launched this week, and even on day one, the service crashed a lot. Turns out, it was pretty much exactly what everyone thought it was. Despite Disney's claims of preparedness, it's hard to build a service to handle over 10 million people logging in at the same time. Stability should improve over time, as according to Kevin Mayer, head of Disney's direct-to-consumer division, issues stemmed from how the company built the app rather than bottlenecks on the hosting side. Who knows how long it'll take, but my money's on pretty rapid improvements. Disney's got way too much money riding on this thing for it to just be mediocre. Getting back to the clean energy and new technology beat, a new solar energy company just made a major breakthrough. Heliogen, a little-known organization backed by little-known billionaire Bill Gates, has used AI and a field of mirrors to generate temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius. Don't let that MacGyver-y sounding setup fool you. This is a quarter the temperature of the surface of the sun. It's a solar oven hot enough to make cement, steel, and glass, materials that typically take a lot of fossil fuels to produce. This is a carbon-free solution, and according to Heliogen, it's cheaper than the traditional approach. Definitely something to watch for. Finally, Angry Birds is 10 years old. Yes, the first truly viral mobile game has been knocking down the houses of strange green pigs for a whole decade. And to celebrate, developer Rovio is giving you some room to vent. No, really, it's putting a venting machine in the middle of Times Square. A vending machine you can punch, shake, and shout at to get the prizes inside. Apparently, this is part of a larger event called Bring the Anger, which is raising money for UNICEF. It's for a good cause, but still, I wonder how many people will be willing to beat and berate a big red box in, I don't know, maybe the most public place on Earth, just for a little prize. If you're in the area, why not go see for yourself? The vending machine will be out in Times Square November 21st. That's tomorrow, if you're listening to this the day it comes out. And I think that's going to do it for today, folks. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on digit.com. If you like what you heard, subscribe and leave a review. And don't forget to tell your friends about digitdailypod.com. I'm Sam Moore. I am S'mores on Twitter. See you tomorrow.